Greetings everyone, and great here of another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawns the Lord Inquisitor. We have GuruSkippy. It's on the south side as the biggest and the strongest. We have packs. We do have shooters being pulled on out, as well as Sentinel, pretty common build order, and I think I saw a bunch of requisition being queued up, so it's likely another Imperial Guardsman. Standard build order for the Imperial Guardsman. Shooter being deployed out as well, so pretty standard build order. We do got power being claimed, the power here. So looks like the Lord of course is eyeing for something early in power. Probably Cash and Devils, because most of the time people go for Cash and Devils. They're a very good squad. Power and requisition, so we've got a mix start for the war boss.
A power node, roger.
A requisition point.
Lord Inquisitor start making her advance. We got the Sentinel firing some rounds into the war boss, getting some damage there. Sentinel did not receive any retaliation. Now the Lord Inquisitor now trying to interrupt that VP capture. We've got multiple squads trying to capture that VP. And now the Lord Inquisitor is falling them back. We got the Sentinel advance forward, getting some damage there onto the shooters. We do not see the Stomp upgrade just yet. And now the Sentinel is sort of falling on back. Sentinels now receive a bit of fire there from the shooters. Sentinels now sort of falling back. Got the Imperial Guardsmen right here being upgraded to Sergeant now. Another squad's not being upgraded to Sergeant just yet. And this will greatly increase the health and damage output of the Imperial Guardsmen. They go from 600 to 940 health, as well as 3 more models. Gain some good repairs while in combat and behind heavy cover. Very nice. Now we've got the sluggers here. And we do have a stomp upgrade on the build queue, but not yet fully upgraded. Lord Inquisitor is trying to go for a stun shot right now. Very nice. He actually kills the guy, not stunned him. Plus went straight to his head. Got the stomp upgrade now available. Imperial Guardsman up on the high ground. No sergeant upgrade on him. Now we do have some Ludas being pulled on out. Deploying out either artillery spotters or Cash and Devils would be a good idea to counter the Ludas. Sentinel now going to get some more rounds into the war boss. The war boss actually did manage to totally heal himself. And oh, we got a heavy weapons squad being deployed on out. I was not expecting that. I could have sworn we would have seen Cash and Devils first. But both sides is going for a suppression platform. Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward. They got both squads now upgraded sergeants, getting some great damage there on the war boss. War boss is now fully withdrawing. Luda has made itself known. Does get some damage to the Imperial Guardsmen. No suppression. On the left side, we got the Lord Inquisitor capturing the power point. Not power point, requisition point. You now have the big shooters being upgraded onto the shooters. Now got the heavy weapons team being deployed now. I'm not sure if he's aware of it just yet. He may have spotted there for a brief moment. Imperial Guardsmen and Sentinel advancing forward. We got the Imperial Guardsmen falling back. And you also got the Lord Inquisitor falling back, so getting some good damage on the Slugger. Oh, I hear some generators. We got 3 generators deployed on now. 2 generators over here. And now the heavy weapons team is in range of the shooters, just out of vision range. And now the Imperial Guardsman and the Sentinel is advancing forward. Sentinel may be eyeing to decapture the point, while the Imperial Guardsman trying to repair him up.
So the generator is online.
Big shooters does get some fire from the heavy weapons team. And now we do got the war boss advancing forward. Ludas advancing forward. The Ludas may get suppressed themselves. The Ludas will get suppressed there. And the war boss will be engaged in the repairing Imperial Guardsmen. We got the stomp there, and we got the stomp there. Imperial Guardsmen trying to hit the Luda squad, getting some great damage there. The Lord Inquisitor is going for not a stun shot there, she's sort of just standing there. Not so menacingly. And now this Imperial Guardsman getting hit significantly by the war boss. War boss is going to receive a stun shot there now from the Lord Inquisitor. And now we do got a pair of upgrades for the Lord Inquisitor. You got the crossbow bolt pistol, grants a full immobilizability, very effective versus Terminators, as well as the Rosarus, granting her the ability to use energy as health. The Lord Inquisitor, I believe, has a lot of powerful upgrades. Like this 3rd slot here, like later on in the game, you get even more powerful upgrades, like the Imperial Mandate to get full invulnerability, or the Purgatos ability, which gives a massive AoE cast. Both of them are very, very good. No, doing out the big shooters engaging the Sentinel. Imperial Guardsmen here to support as well. Slug is now advancing forward, trying to get some. Oh, looks like going straight for the VP. They're not being upgraded burners, so he's not going to try to burn all those power generators. Imperial Guardsman does see some suppression there. Got a lot of shooters here, including the Luda. As Imperial Guardsman needs to fall back, it is annihilated right there. Not paying attention to that region. And all these forces are falling back. Losing Imperial Guardsmen is a bit of a loss. You need those Imperial Guardsmen, but they're relatively expendable and replaceable. Getting one more model kill right there. Very nice. Imperial Guardsmen seeing a bit of fire. Needs some repairs. Getting repairs up now. And now we've got another Imperial Guardsman on the build queue. Looter now sitting on up, trying to find a good angle. Both sides, their heavy weapons team have good angles at the moment, barring the orc coming from down south from his base. But his current position is actually not half bad. Heavy weapons team is out of range of the Ludas. The Imperial Guardsman does get suppressed there. And that's still on the edge of the Looter's range. He is sort of repairing up that Sentinel in combat.
Protect the processing the lad's request.
Acadians are always.
Shooters have struck here.
We got the shooters getting some good damage there. More shooters here, suppressing down this fresh Imperial Guardsman. Sergeant on the way.
Now we've got a chance.
Of course, these guys are suppressed. They probably just need to fall back entirely right now. They're getting gunned down. Sentinel now advancing forward, does fall back. And more suppression here as well. Got this Luda finding good angle as well. The Imperial Guard are just getting suppressed and pinned down. Now's a good time for the crossbow bolt. Nope, it's a stun bolt there. And getting inside the garrison is not exactly a great idea. That is a garrison, and the flamers are an anti-garrison tool. Tying up in melee is also not that great. Starting to repair up the Sentinel once again. Imperial Guards are pushing forward. The squad does fall back. And it looks like the Lord Inquisitor does get forced back. There's a lot of damage onto that burner squad. This squad's not advanced forward. Maybe a good idea to go straight for the power generators since you have the burner right there. Should be able to get at least one. There's going to see quite a bit of fire there. And let's fall back. Both players now tier 2. I'm not sure what either player should go for at the moment. You do, of course, have stick bombers now deployed on the field. Ready to throw some stick bombs. Flamer squad does get suppressed. They're receiving quite a bit of fire. Imperial Guardsmen receiving suppressive fire from the big shooters. Another Imperial Guardsman here getting tied up in melee from the war boss. And Slugger squad does fall back. Imperial Lord Inquisitor is now advancing forward. Imperial Guardsman does get inside the garrison. Stick bombs raining on in. Getting some great damage there. Probably would have been better to throw actually in this garrison, honestly. Do not have a Chimera being blown out, so it looks like the Lord Inquisitor is trying to mount up. Of course, the Ludas can be upgraded the beamy death gun to deal with that Chimera. And the Lord Inquisitor does get inside the garrison. Even if that beamy death gun does get a quick kill on the Chimera, if he does go for the beamy death gun, it'd still be a good idea to keep having beam death gun on the field because the chance of your Imperial Guardsman opponent going to pull out a vehicle is very, very likely. Cassian Devils or Cadian Kartian squads are nice, but Lehman Russ, that's generally where you're probably going to see a lot of stuff deployed out. Chimera's now loaded on up and making its way forward. Lord Inquisitor now seeing a bit of fire right there. And now the Lord Inquisitor is falling back to the garrison. Chimera's advanced forward, getting a good broadside attack. As well as got some frag missiles doing some good AoE damage. Lord Inquisitor does fall back, and now got the autocannon upgrade as well. Stick bombs, however, trying to bomb the heavy weapons team. I'm not sure what type of, it is the stun grenades there, and I really hate how flashy they are. Chimeras now advancing forward. We got the Sentinel sort of withdrawing. We do have the tank busters being pulled on now. And Ludus will get flanked there, may get wiped out. Stick Bomb is trying to pursue that Sentinel there, and does wipe out the Ludus squad entirely. More stun grenades there, unsuccessful. Lord Inquisitor advancing forward. The Sentinel could attack and move forward to get some good volleys into this very, very tight grip force. Now's the time for the bolt cross bow immobilize ability. Chimera advancing forward, does dismount the Imperial Guard. Now here comes the Tank Buster Barrage right onto the Chimera. The Chimera is going to eat it entirely. Chimera does quickly go down there. Sentinel now firing a volley there, and does take out a volley into the Sentinel. Sluggers advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there onto the Imperial Guardsman. Imperial Guardsman and bunker the Commissar. And they're going to need the extra reinforcement capability very, very soon. Heavy weapons team, autocannon does go out entirely as well. Just got some stormtroopers been put out. I don't think it's a Bane Wolf. Yep, fresh squad of stormtroopers here. They do get revealed, and they do not fire.
Message received. Acadians reporting for duty, sir. You know we're ready.
One squad of stormtroopers deployed on the field. We got these forces falling on back. We got the shooters advancing forward. Lord Inquisitors falling on back as well. And now we got the overcharged hotshot lasgun upgrade on the stormtroopers, which also does give them access to frag grenade ability. Right here, we've got the Imperial Guards receive quite a bit of fire. Does have the Commissar upgrade. Those are both squads upgrade the Commissar.
Target structure eliminated.
Sir, our advantage is slight.
Stormtroopers now firing away against good damage there. Does use suppressive fire ability right there. You may see a defensive frag grenade thrown. Frag missiles getting some great hits there. Stick bombs raining on in, but the stormtroopers do fall back without losing any models. Good damage there. Imperial Guardsman now in a good position there. Got stick bombs raining on in. Does stun the Sentinel there, and got a napalm run. Imperial Guardsman now is charging the napalm. It's not a good idea. Stomp. Does get some of those guys stomped into the napalm as well.
Requisition points in trouble.
More hits there. Lord Inquisitor has been upgraded, going for the stun shot, and that's one of the times he should have done the crossbow bolt pistol, the crippling volley ability, to fully mobilize those melee attackers, rendering them completely worthless.
Go ahead, sir.
Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward. Stormtroopers are still loaded on up. Another squad of stormtroopers on the build queue. Stormtroopers are advancing forward. We've got another wave of frag miss or stick bombs there, and receiving constant revealing there. Does get a stomp there, as well as a stomp in return as well. We got the Imperial Guardsmen now receiving a bit of fire from these shooters. Stick bombs now raining on in, forcing back those Imperial Guardsmen. And now we do got the War Boss seeing quite a bit of fire as well. Over here, we got the tank busters getting some good volleys there.
Their advantage is meager.
Stormtroopers want to see some stun grenades there, but they do miss. More frag missiles raining on in. And both these stormtroopers are upgraded for overcharged hotshot lasgun, so able to get a lot of ranged firepower. More frag missiles raining on in, getting some great AoE damage as well. DP has been captured by the tank busters, and the War Boss has gone for tier 3. A Luda tank would not be half bad at this moment in time because of the fact that he's gone for Stormtroopers and hotshot lasguns. He did want temporarily go for tier 3, but did cancel it for the Lord Inquisitor. Imperial Guardsmen do force back the tank busters. All these power generators are now down. More Imperial Guardsmen advancing over here. And now got the Sentinel receiving a bit of fire. Does throw a couple frag missiles there. He needs to go charge forward for a stomp there to force back those sluggers. And here comes a stomp. Knocking back all those forces there. Stormtroopers getting some great damage there. The Nog didn't receive a stomp there. There was a bit of napalm there, a little bit overkill there. And oh, that's a quite tight bundle of stun effects there. Stormtroopers do fall back there. Incendiary effect still there, but does decay or fizzle out. Smoldered away. Even though we do now have a looted tank on the build queue as well. Looted tanks should be very effective versus these stormtroopers who are not upgraded melta guns. You now have Ogren on the build queue for the Lord Inquisitor.
I have no fear.
With the Ogren and the crack missiles from the Sentinel, that should be reasonable versus the looted tank. Nothing hyper really that good though. And the Lord Inquisitor will need to fall back. She's receiving a bit too much fire right there. Looks like the trying to squeeze out as much energy as possible from the Lord Inquisitor. And now the Lord Inquisitor does get knocked back from the stick bombers, and she does fall back now. War bosses get forced back as well. The tank gets advanced forward. I don't think she has spotted it. Stormtroopers and Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward. And now here comes the looted tank. You got the big boom gun. Needs to reinforce plane to get the boom gun ability. Stormtroopers getting some good damage in there. The Stormtroopers need to fall back. Over now advance forward. Does have the bonus. Sergeant's there. One Imperial Guardsman and one Stormtrooper still in their area. Knocking back. Forcing back the sluggers. Now we've got the Ogre now charging. Nope, they decided to do a full withdrawal. Let's get to the point there. The Orcs do have a superior number of VPs at the moment. And Loot Tank is receiving some sporadic fire.
You know we're ready. You know we're ready.
By blade and by brand.
Do you now have the Infernal Pistol upgrade? Which does of course be more general purpose weapon to be more effective also to the looted tank. And also the bolt pistol wasn't exactly being used all too great. Let's use a stun shot there, very nice. Activate her shield generator now. Stomp ability was dodged. Crack missiles firing away, get some good hits there onto the looted tank. Stormtroopers advancing forward, they do not have melta bombs.
Enemy unit spotted.
Good hit there, got some stick bombs now raiding on in. And I got the Lord Inquisitor receiving a bit of fire there. Stormtroopers do fall back. Crack missiles are crowd engaged, get some good damage there. Slugger's trying to get some repairs. Ogren's charging forward, does see some grenade splash there. Stomp, force back the stick bombs. Sentinel still receiving quite a bit of fire there. Sentinel is trying to back on away. Seeing a bit more fire there. Sentinel does go down, but now Ogren's trying to tie up this up in melee. Getting a little bit overwhelmed in general. Heavy weapons seem to be running out, like when we upgrade the last cannon. And these forces are all falling back. Stormtroopers do find some shots there on these tank busters. And now the Stormtroopers are pulling them back. Ooh, the tank busters almost goes down. Stormtroopers do manage to fall back in time. The Lord Inquisitor may want to save up her resources to bring out another infiltration stormtrooper and quickly upgrade the melta guns behind the looted tank. Because right now, that's probably one of the better items to engage the looted tank, honestly. Imperial Guardsmen getting overrun by the war boss. Let's get inside the garrison. It's not a great garrison for Imperial Guardsmen to fight out of. Because there's only a couple windows able to be fired out of. Getting some damage there, not a whole lot. Stormtroopers, big boom gun. Gets a direct hit there. What's it called? Is that called the big boom gun? Boom gun ability. Not close enough. War boss advancing forward. Does get a good kill there. Oh, damn stun grenades. They're way too bright.
Just need to find an edge.
Stick bomb raining on in. High explosive stick bombs looks like. You've got the las cannon now upgraded. Lord Inquisitor does turn off her shield generator and does decide to fully withdraw. Do got Imperial Guardsmen here. Ogren could potentially advance forward. You got to keep these guys out of range just for the time being until he can regroup his forces. Stormtrooper find a good angle there on the sluggers, getting some free damage there, forcing back. Very nice. These force packs are a nice little pick. Help win a long range engagement. Imperial Guardsmen trying to capture that point and getting annihilated. Guardsmen do decapture that point, do fall back now. Ogre and do force back the tank busters.
Orcs and their vehicles.
You got the stormtroopers now advance forward, getting some good damage there onto the shooters.
Ready here.
Last cannon does find a good hit there on the looted tank. Stick bombers could advance forward. They're down one model, however. Slug's getting some much needed repairs. And now we've got the Lord Inquisitor advance forward, getting some good damage there on the stick bombers. Gets another model killed there.
Power node inside.
Power generators being focused on down. A couple, I think those stun grenades. No, they're high explosive. Quite a bit of resources reserved for the war boss. He may be going for Daisy. Your guardsmen are seeing a bit more fire there.
Your progress. Their advantage is meager. Buildings right and ready, sir.
On the right side, looks like the Ogre trying to capture that point. They may find a good angle and take on these tank busters, but the Ogre more going to be forced back, I would assume, but great knockback there. Won't be anything else to help support? No, stormtroopers are falling him back. It's a great hits there on the sluggers. He may force back the sluggers. The Ogre do fall back. The loot tank still has plenty of health, so the slugger could just quickly repair it up. The full and perhaps fall back. Shooters now advancing forward. You've got the Imperial Guardsmen here, as well as for the heavy cover. Last cannon set up in this region. Imperial Guardsmen gains some good damage there. Can't hold the line versus even the wounded slugger. On the left side, we got the stormtroopers. Does take out the stormtrooper or the war boss, not stormtrooper. Lord Inquisitor now advance forward. Got Imperial Guardsmen to support her, and here comes another napalm run, getting a great hit there. Lord Inquisitor going to be eyeing to capture that point. Row be singed a little bit, as we see quite a bit of gunfire. VP's been captured on up. The orcs are about tied right now with tickets and now surpassed. Imperial Guardsmen just need to hold on these posts for a little bit longer. Got the tank busters not eyeing for this VP. Now do got a knob squad being put up by the orcs. See, no red points for either side for nuke. In fact, the Lord Inquisitor still is at tier 2, not even tier 3. Inquisitor squad does get forced back. We got the Imperial Guards going to recapture that point. This point's being captured by the stick bombers. The boom gun ability does get avoided, though some of them do get knocked back by it. Got triple decaptured here, so VPs are not changing hands at the moment. Your Guardsmen will capture this point, no problem. Orcs have captured the left point. This point could be captured up by the orcs.
You know we're ready.
Stormtroopers here. Orders. We've captured the location.
Oh, on the left side, you got the stick bombers receiving a bit of fire. They're throwing out, I think, those are stun grenades. And now here comes the volley of grenades. It's good damage there. Stormtroopers are not here to support. The stick bombs won't be able to stick around for too long. And the Lord Inquisitor's captured that central VP now.
We're losing a requisition point.
Those are the knobs right now. Capture those points. That's going to be some very, very tanky units to deal with. Got the huge hammers also being poured on out. Hasn't got the knob leader to support out the knobs. Do you think now advancing forward? We do got the stormtroopers here. Of course, they are not armed with melter guns. Ooh, and they receive a massive splash damage shot there. Next shot could wipe them out. Down, and yep, they get fully wiped out there. That was a very poor move there, and plus that was a massive splash shot for that first shot. Last cannon has rotated around, but there's no force to support him. Now's been spotted there. Now's the time for that stun shot, or switch back to a bolt crossbow pistol in order to get those knobs fully immobilized. Fully immobilizing the knobs is the same way fully immobilizing Terminators is very, very deadly. Another napalm round there to stall out. It's got the stormtroopers and Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward. We got the plasma guns on the Imperial Guardsmen as well. Boom gun firing knocks back some Ogryn. Napalm effect have smoldered out.
Message received. Message received.
The Lord Inquisitor has plenty of resources here, and it's not enough VPs to go eye for tier 3 and deploying out anything. It may be a good idea to just deploy out more stormtroopers. She does deploy out some more stormtroopers. Melta guns will probably be a little bit better at this moment as well. These forces are receiving a bit of fire. Got the Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward. Lance cannon trying to set on up. Ogryn charging forward. Getting some great damage right there. The Luda tank is actually stuck right there. The Ogryn should be able to bash down the Luda tank. They do bash down the Luda tank. Stick bombers to get a nice knockback down the Ogryn, and now the stick bombers are falling on back. Full withdrawal from the Orc player. Now you've got the knobs advancing forward. Does not have it full reinforced. The knob leader has been researched. And this burner squad may get wiped out, and this may be the end of the orcs. Does he capture actually this right point here? So maybe not. This is exactly what the orc player needs. Capture that point and start bleeding down his opponent, at least stopping the bleed of his own tickets. Does knock back the Imperial Guardsman there, and this Ogryn squad does fall back.
Sir, that generator's taking hits.
Power generators now receiving some hits now.
Weapons checked out.
Let's get to it.
Now you got some melted gun stormtroopers, which are not actually needed anymore because he took out that Luda tank quite handily. Oh well, they're still at least effective versus everything, and will deter any sort of more vehicle play if he's concerned about vehicles. His opponent is very, very low in requisition, however.
This one, sir. Sir, that's 100 points. I don't know what it's for, and I don't want to know.
Not sure what that line was. Oh, that's Liber Hereticus. Heresis. A little bit of heresy going on by the Lord Inquisitor, looks like. She has also been upgraded the Excruciatus ability, grants the Assail ability. Good stun grenades all across that line from the stick bombers. Warboss charging forward, big shooters getting some good damage on in on the Ogryn. More stick bombs running on it. These are going to be massive hits on the Imperial Guardsmen. Stick bombers have been upgraded to level 3. Libris Magmatica increases the energy by 150, energy regen by 20. That's a lot of energy, to say the least. But it looks like she will go down before using any of that energy. Ogryn's now charging forward against good damage there. More stick bombs running on these Imperial Guardsmen. Imperial Guardsmen making their advance. More stick bombs running on in. Ogryn's charging forward against good damage there, but looks like these stick bombs getting some good special attack there is knocking back the Ogryn. Stick bombs do fall back, and they will avoid the Ogryn. This point's being decaptured there by the last cannon. The Lord Inquisitor has plenty of resources. She does not have tier 3. There's not enough time for tier 3. Redeploy the Lord Inquisitor, get out another stormtrooper, use your red points to pull out another stormtrooper. Just throw everything out on the field at this point in time. There's just simply no time to deploy out anything else.
Capture the location.
More these stormtroopers advancing forward. Melted guns are advancing forward as well.
Let's get to it.
The ogre and advancing orcs are advancing forward. Does spot those forces, but the big shooter knob will of course spot these camouflage forces. Decapturing this point will spell perhaps doom for the orc player. Don't need to fully capture it, just need to decapture it. But we got the single tank buster over here. Hopefully he deploys out the, or she deploys out the stormtrooper or the stormtrooper infiltration ability to counter them. Imperial Guardsmen advancing forward, trying to get some good damage here. Imperial Guardsmen fighting from heavy cover. Stormtroopers here with melta guns do get forced back. The last hit's not very effective anymore. Does get a good stun shot there, and looks like that tank buster will go down. And now there's a capture against the Lord Inquisitor. And the war boss captured the central VP. Nothing there to contest it. Ogun will have trouble versus the Knobs with being upgraded their Knob leader again, which means he will have a full 5-man squad there. Lord Inquisitor's captured that VP. Nothing being captured up over there. Stick bombs in this region as well. And Warfare doesn't have a whole lot of forces out in the field either. That brief double capture against him was very, very painful. Does get his Knob leader once again. There's the stomp. That is actually the big stomp. Does get a great knockback on the Knobs with his Knob Orc leader, or Ogren leader, Bonehead Sergeant. Ogren's our Reserves Defensive War. She may want to use more assail abilities there, trying to decapture this point. Getting the decapture point is critical at this point in time. She needs to be swapped over to her Rolls Royce as soon as possible, because right now she needs that extra help. Great hit there on the Imperial Guardsman. Does get the point decapture in time. The napalm effect was burning those squads quite severely. It's hard to recapture the point, but do have the last cannon claiming this VP right now. And it looks like the Orc player has cast in GG. That's a single capture at the Orc, and he will capture this point here. One not in time, and then another point gets captured up, and that's going to be the end of the game. So, and that's the end of the replay. This is Android saying thanks for watching, and on to the next replay. Come on, I thought